All right, everybody. Hopefully, a few of you stuck around. Um, I realize it took me a little while. Let me plug in my headset. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I went and got myself a beer, and yeah. So some stuff happened, and I'm going to be looking over the stories. So let's see. Okay. So it seems to be working. Let me open up my beer. Hope a few people actually show up to watch me. I'm doing my own little midnight show, ripping off Wild Smile, who does this frequently, many times a week. By the way, there's no one here. There's no one watching me. Oh, there's a few people. Thank you. Thank you. 2 viewers. Okay, let me just have a few sips. Mm. Mm. Summer ale tastes kind of like an IPA. Not super summery to me. I was hoping that it was going to be a little bit more uh, not bitter, but it's quite bitter. So let's see. Let's go to my channel, Prince of Queens, and look in the chat. I want to see who is here. And then I'm going to get into it. Let's see. Okay. Here we are. Hello, everybody. Liberty978 and Yek no Meno. Yek no Meno. So, how are you guys doing? I wanted to talk about a news story that I found. That has been circulating the ye old internet as of probably just a few hours, really, to be honest. This is breaking news. Is anybody familiar with the Burning Man Festival? I'm going to look at the chat. You guys tell me what you think about Burning Man while I pull up this story. Man jumps into fire at Burning Man. They know what I'm going to say. Oh, graphic. They're going to show it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So, heard of it, but never been. Well, I actually went to Burning Man in 2003. So that was a very long time ago. I was 21. I went to Burning Man in 2003, and it was fun. It's not like it's not fun, because it's fun, but it is very culty. It's it has all these rules. Like, it's not like you just go to, it's not like Coachella or something. It's more like uh some sort of new agey, some sort of like gigantic new agey festival thing for new agey weirdo type people. And they have all of these specific rules. Like, you are supposed to leave no trace. Everything you bring into the festival, you're supposed to take out of the festival. They do, I think, have trash. They have urinals, but you're supposed to bring all your own water. The only thing that you can buy is ice. I guess because ice is a very hot commodity for people to have their, in their cooler and stuff. Because ultimately, it people are there for about a week, and by the time that I went in 2003, there were about 50,000 people that were going every year. Now it's probably closer to about maybe 100,000. Dude, you have like 5 people watching you acknowledge us. Hi, everybody. I'm okay. Liberty 908, Yeknomano, Blotmeister. Hi, Blotmeister. I've acknowledged everybody. Sorry, I didn't acknowledge you, Blotmeister. So it is one of these things where there's a whole bunch of people, but there's all these complicated rules. Like you are supposed to leave no trace, and then you're supposed to focus on radical self-reliance, which means you're supposed to take care of yourself. That's not a weird rule. There's a number of rules from Burning Man that aren't probably. You know what we should do? I'm gonna bring up the 10 10 rules of Burning Man, because 10 rules of Burning Man, because I don't remember what they are, but some of them are kind of weird, is the thing. So, 10 principles of Burning Man, according to burningman.org. Yes, it's a .org because Burning Man is supposed to be non-corporate. It's supposed to be this non-profit countercultural thing, which hasn't been true for a very long time. And I have a story about that, but it's very long. I've actually told it on a stream before, so I'm not going to. So Burning Man co-founder Larry Harvey wrote the 10 principles in 2004 as guidelines for newly informed regional network. For the newly informed regional network. That's weird because I could have sworn there were the 10 principles before when I actually went in 2003, but whatever. Okay, so 1, radical and I'm going to play a game with you guys. As I go along and reading this, I want you guys to tell me what this kind of sounds like. What sort of philosophical, perhaps societal, maybe governmental system this kind of sounds like to you. Just, just to ponder that so you can guess in the chat what this sort of sounds like. Radical inclusion. Anyone may be a part of Burning Man. We welcome and respect the stranger. No prerequisites exist for participation in our community. 2, gifting. Burning Man is devoted to acts of gift giving. The value of a gift is unconditional. Gifting does not contemplate a return or an exchange for something of equal value. By the way, that's more intense than they make it sound. You're literally not supposed to sell stuff at Burning Man. It's supposed to be against the rules to exchange money. So you aren't supposed to okay, because so everybody goes there and takes a bunch of drugs, but you're supposed to find people to give you free drugs. And it sounds kind of crazy, but it happens. Heard from a friend. You can literally find people that will they have a gigantic bag of ecstasy pills and they will give you one because it's Burning Man. Sounds crazy. Okay. Number 3, decommodification. In order to preserve the spirit of gifting, our community seeks to create social environments that are unmediated by commercial sponsorships, transactions, or advertising. We stand ready to protect our culture from such exploitation. We resist the substitution of consumption for participatory experience. Number 4, radical self-reliance. Burning Man encourages the individual to discover, exercise, and rely on his or her inner resources. That sounds fine. Number 5, radical self-expression. Radical self-expression arises from the unique gifts of the individual. No one other than the individual or a collaborating group can determine its content. It is offered as a gift to others. In this spirit, the giver should respect the rights and liberties of the recipient. That's a little bit of a weird one. Like, I'm not sure why they wrote that one so long. Like, people are like, I don't know, somebody has a trench coat and they open up the trench coat. Oh, I have a gift for you. I have a little bit of a gift. Hold on, it's kind of cold. Let me warm it up a bit. Okay. Number 6, communal effort. Our community values creative cooperation and collaboration. We strive to produce, promote, and protect social networks, public spaces, works of art, and methods of communication that support such interaction. Why not? Number 7, civic responsibility. Now, this is maybe around the time where you might want to be putting your guesses about what this is kind of like into the chat. Civic responsibility. We value civil society. Community members who organize events should assume responsibility for public welfare and endeavor to communicate civic responsibilities to participants. They must also assume responsibility for conducting events in accordance with local, state, and federal laws. Okay, that's fine. I guess that they're saying that, let me read it. We value civil society. Community members who organize events should assume responsibility for public welfare and endeavor to communicate civic responsibilities to participants. Okay, that's basically them covering their ass. Let me take a sip of my beer. Leaving no trace. Our community respects the environment. We are committed to leaving no physical trace of our activities whenever we gather. We clean up after ourselves and endeavor, whenever possible, to leave such places in a better state than when we found them. Participation. Our community is committed to a radically participatory ethic. We believe that transformative change, whether in the individual or in society, can occur through the medium of deeply personal participation. We achieve being through doing. Everybody is invited to work. Everybody is invited to play. We make the world real through actions that open the heart. That sounds great and everything, but like, isn't that what people always do when they are like having fun with other people at like festivals and shit? I don't know. I mean, okay, imagine going to a festival where this paragraph was not the case. Our community, fuck off. I hate my startup disk is full message. It is the bane of my existence. I know my startup disk is full. It's been full for fucking a year because I make videos. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Jesus fuck. Stop it. Stop it. Hold on. Where did this music come from? Close, add. No, go away. Just stop, please. I think I stopped it. Now my computer's being all slow because, sorry guys. Okay, I think, sorry about that. I hope that was a nice little a musical interlude for you guys. So let's read that thing, okay? Because I want to go back over the participation clause. because it just sounds so hokey. Like it sounds cult-like, because can you imagine going to a festival? If you okay, people go to Burning Man for like a week. Granted, only about half of them go for the whole week, and then maybe about the other 50% just show up for, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or just Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But imagine showing up to a festival for a week and not knowing that our community is committed to a radically participatory ethic. We believe that transformative change, whether in the individual or in society, can occur only through the medium of deeply personal participation. We achieve being through doing. Everyone is invited to work. Everyone is invited to play. We make the world real through actions that open the heart. It's just like, okay, well, this is what you need to keep in mind. What that means in the immediate is that the Burning Man participants are expected to provide a majority of the attractions at Burning Man. Burning Man is not like Coachella or any of those type of festivals, because Coachella has big stages that they put together, and Coachella does those stages. They do all of the everything for constructing these big stages, booking the musical acts, and all that type of stuff. It's this very centralized thing, and that's what you're paying for when you go to Coachella, even though Coachella has a massive amount of people that show up to it and they camp out kind of in a similar way. But Burning Man, for the most part, doesn't really have stages that are these massive stages where, Beyonce has never fucking played at Burning Man on some big stage. Granted, at this point, there are some stages that are funded by Burning Man and their main, but that's not mostly what Burning Man is. Burning Man is mostly a collective of all sorts of different camps that make their own stages, different areas. And if you want to be one of those camps that goes to Burning Man and makes a stage, then you can do that. You can apply for, you can not just do that, not simply can you do that, which you can. You can show up to Burning Man, tell them ahead of time that you want this plot of land, and they give you a little, I don't know, like 2 acres of land to have as your camp, and you can build whatever you want on it. And people do that. People sometimes build like carnival rides and shit down there. You can look up footage of it. But you can also apply for grants to get like grant money from Burning Man, and they'll help you fund something. So yeah, they want you to provide the attraction for everybody else, and everybody gets to feel good about themselves for participating. So it's weird in that way. Finally, immediance. Immediate experience is, in many ways, the most important touchstone of value in our culture. We seek to overcome barriers that stand between us and a recognition of our inner selves, the reality of those around us, participation in society, and contact with a natural world exceeding human powers. No idea can substitute for this experience. Okay, let's look at the chat. See if you guys came up with any of these ideas. I don't actually really drink a lot. I have massively cut down on my drinking. I only drink once or twice a week now. I guess I drank twice this weekend. But let's see. You guys didn't have any ideas about what this sounds like. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what it sounds like. Do you want to know what this sounds like? This Burning Man shit? It sounds like fucking communism, is what it sounds like. those 10 teachings of Burning Man, they sound like some sort of shortened vacation version of the Communist Manifesto. You're supposed to come, you're supposed to rely on yourself, but you're also supposed to contribute, and you're supposed to clean up after yours. It sounds like fucking communism. And it's no fucking, I don't think it's much of a coincidence that that guy who wrote that shit, let's look him up and look him up on Wikipedia. His name is Larry Harvey. He started Burning Man. He's like the co-founder. That's the brains behind it or whatever. Oh, sorry, I have to look at that. I want to see if he's a communist, because he's from the San Francisco Bay Area, which is where Berkeley, California, and Oakland, California is. That's where BAM is. That's where all these Antifa people are coming from. And there is a long Marxist tradition in that area. It's no joke. When that one person was talking about organizing the Say No to Marxism rally last weekend or the weekend before, that was in Berkeley, and that person was saying that they were doing it because that's the epicenter, that's ground zero for Marxist thought, which is true. I've lived there and I've been to Burning Man, and all these types of people are the types of people that they're into communism, but they won't really say it. They won't be like, hey, we have this big communist festival in the desert. No. They know that they're not supposed to do that. It's kind of like radical feminists. Like, you know that radical feminists won't tell you that they hate men. But if you ever talk to them about, well, you know, what would women do without men? Men protect women. And they'd say, what do men, what do women need protection from, if not men? And it's like, well, I don't know. Have you looked at the footage from Houston? Have you looked at that? Because, you know, it turns out that men take care of women in natural disasters. But then the radical feminists will deny that that's the case, blah, blah, blah. So these type of people, they would totally want people to come to a Burning Man festival that you're okay. Oh, the other thing is, it's a gift-giving economy. You're not supposed to sell anything at Burning Man. You're supposed to just give gifts. That sounds like fucking communism to me. It's like they wanted to make this festival a temporary communist zone to get people to think that communism was cool. And they would make the whole world to be like it. And it sounds absurd, but I've known a lot of people who really thought that like the whole world would end up being like Burning Man, and they kind of based their life around it. So let's look at this Larry Harvey guy, the guy who started it. Let's see if he's a fucking communist, because I will not be surprised if he has some heavy roots in communism. And yes, by the way, the title of this stream, if you are just joining, the title of this stream, that somebody literally jumped into the Burning Man at Burning Man and burnt himself, that's true. Somebody tonight, just a few hours ago, what they do at Burning Man is they have a gigantic man made of wood, and they burn it every year. Some man committed suicide by running into the flaming thing, and yeah, and he died, apparently. Let me sip my beer. Okay. Larry Harvey, Wikipedia. Larry Harvey, born 1948, is the main co-founder. What is the main co-founder? Okay, I guess I know what that means. Along with his friends Jerry James. Wynn started in the blah blah fucking blah. It was started in 1986 in summer solstice evening ritual burning of their artistic creation of an effigy of a man with a group of just a dozen people at San Francisco's Baker Beach, and soon became an annual event that over 4 years grew to more than 800 people. In 1990, in collaboration with the SF Cacophony Society, the event moved to Labor Day weekend in the Black Rock Desert, where it has grown precipitously from a 3-day, 80-person zone trip to a 8-day event with 70,000 participants. As the population grew by the mid-90s to top several thousands, the encampment started to be referred to as Black Rock City. It now has a year-round staff headquartered in San Francisco, managing an over $12 million annual budget. And clearly this deserves to be a .org on the internet because of such things. In 1997, 6 of the main organizers formed Black Rock City LLC to manage the event with Larry Harvey as the executive director, a position he still holds. He is also the president of the Black Rock Arts Foundation, a non-profit art grant foundation for promoting interactive, collaborative public art installations in communities outside of Black Rock City. He scripts and co-curates the arts department annual event theme and is the main spokesperson and political strategist for the organization. He has been featured in such engagements as San Francisco's Grace Cathedral Radical Ritual and the Very Reverend Alan Jones, the Oxford Student Union, Cooper Union in New York City, Harvard's International Conference on Internet and Society as a panelist, the Walker Arts Center in Minnesota, and the San Francisco Commonwealth Club, as well as many others. Okay, let's look up Larry Harvey Marx. No. Oh, Larry Harvey speech, Burning Man. Let's see. Wait, how long is this shit? It's kind of long. I'm gonna say is Larry Harvey a Marxist? Burning Man. Burning Man founder is cool with capitalism and Silicon Valley billionaires. Well, that was. He says, we're not building a Marxist society, jokes Burning Man co-founder Larry Harvey in response to a series of recent stories detailing the annual festival's multi-billion-dollar balance sheet and its buddy-buddy relationship with Silicon Valley billionaires. More seriously, he says, you can make a lot of money and do good with it. Elon Musk has made a lot of money. Musk and his elite brethren have become the part of the changing face. Okay, fuck this. I don't need to hear anymore. You guys, let me just look at this. Okay, make sure I didn't get any super chats. No super chats. Okay. You can send me super chats though, by the way. Let's look at the man who jumped into the fucking man jumps into fire at Burning Man. Top story. Man. And what's amazing about this, there's people saying that it's going to be the end of Burning Man. But this isn't the first time someone has killed themselves at Burning Man. Actually, some number of years ago, somebody that I knew that I was friends with, at their camp, some guy hung himself in a gigantic art installation. Some kind of a sculpture park thing. I don't want to say park, but they had a big tent with a bunch of sculptures, and a guy hung himself in it. And I think my friend actually found him. I was fucked up when he told me about it, But my friend was the head of this camp that a bunch of people go to, multiple people go with this group of people. And my friend is like the head of it. And some guy killed himself in it, in their area. So, yeah. A Burning Man reveler died after jumping into the flames from the annual Nevada Festival's signature effigy. Firefighters and other rescue crews chased Aaron Joel Mitchell, 41, who slipped through a safety perimeter and sprinted for the flames at about 10:30 p.m. Saturday. Graphic images show the man diving headfirst into the flames. Why am I giggling when I hear headfirst? I don't know. It's not funny. Black Rock City fire crews were forced to wait for the wooden figures to crumble before rushing in to save Mitchell among the fiery debris, instead of risking their own safety. Rescuers had to leave him to allow the structure to fall, according to a Pershing County Sheriff's Office statement. Police said Mitchell was an Oklahoma resident living in Switzerland with his wife. Mitchell was treated at the scene and airlifted to a burn center, the festival said in a statement posted to its website. Mitchell died at the UC Davis Hospital burn in California. But of course, a complete toxology report is pending. Miss Mitchell's mother told the Review Journal that her son was a first-time burner. Burner, by the way, that's what it's kind of. They sort of should have said Burning Man attendee, because that's what they call Burning Man attendees is burners. Because in this instance, the double entendre is kind of not so subtle. Mitchell's mother told the Review Journal that her son was a first-time burner and last saw him before an eclipse party in Oregon. He's 41, but they are always your baby, John Nye Mitchell told the paper. The 50-foot effigy is a centerpiece of the festival, which attracts tens of thousands of people to the Nevada desert each year. On Sunday, event organizers made emotional support teams available to attendees. We're aware this incident has affected not only those who responded immediately on the scene, but also those who witnessed it, the group said in a statement. Now is a time for closeness, contact, and community. Trauma needs processing. Promote calls, hugs, self-care, check-ins, and sleep, the statement concluded. Is now the time where they're going to blame Trump and the alt-right? This was an act of sinister violence due to the ideology of hate in the White House coming from the alt-right and Trump. Oh my God, there he is. Other scheduled large-scale burns were canceled until noon Sunday. Mitchell is not the first participant to take the Burning Man festival literally. In 2003, 2 people died and 4 were hospitalized after accidents with aircraft and the Mad Max mutant vehicles that ramble around the makeshift city. Burning Man was first held on Baker Beach in San Francisco in 1986. The annual gathering has since exploded in popularity with blah, 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 blah. It was moved to pop-ups and blah, 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 the 9-day blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's look at the pictures. Oh my God. That's him jumping in. Oh my God. Oh, that's terrible. Look at him. Is he wearing shoes? Oh, he's wearing shoes. I think he's mostly naked though. Oh, and this is where they're gonna have their backdraft moment, but they don't really know how they're gonna They're like, let's run towards it and see if we can do anything. Well, don't think that we can really go get him. Now, can we? So, how are you guys doing? No, clearly it had nothing to do with drugs. None of us are patiently awaiting the toxology. Nobody wants to know what was in his system at all. You know, I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit more than a high potency, high um, high likelihood to burn based on the fact that he had alcohol in his system. I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit more than that. But no, it really sucks for anytime there's a high profile death. That's really, really sad for the family because there's this added layer of complicatedness. Like there's this added layer of, oh, that was my son or my brother or my father. But then it's like everybody knows that they died in that way, and people are going to be asking me about it probably for the rest of my life. It's going to be this thing where people are going to want to bring it up because they feel like that's going to be the nice thing to do, but I'm not going to want to talk to every person I meet about this thing. So there's that whole level. But even further with this, it's particularly hard to deal with suicides of close ones, because if somebody close to you commits suicide, it's always hard. It's like, oh, could I have done something? Could I have talked them out of it? So this is like a massive, massive public suicide. It was like it's like exhibitionist suicide. So I don't know if can anybody think of a suicide that is this public, that um that because I can't think of one. Trump should have seen this coming, so it's somehow his fault, says Knights Armament. Absolutely. It's Trump. It's really because Trump is underqualified, and also patiently awaiting the way that Trump handles this in the news. Trump is going to say, there's been many suicides. All suicides are tragic. But I want to mention the one at Burning Man this weekend. How dare he say that there's been many suicides? How dare he mention that? This one is the one that's really tragic. I know you're kidding, dude. I know that was a joke. The dismount was a 6.10. The landing sucked. Oh, let's look for pictures of crying people at Burning Man. Because I bet there's going to be some pictures of like crying Burning. And by the way, Burning Man people are the tackiest. If you've ever wanted to know what the tackiest subculture is in terms of like how people dress, look no more. Look at the pictures of Burning Man people. They look so fucking stupid, and they're fucking like, it's like if you were to take a feminist with the hair that they have, the pastel and brightly colored dyed hair, and then you turned all that shit into outfits. That's Burning Man. That's what they do. They took it and they put it all over their body. And then there's lots of dudes who dress up in dresses. It's very non-binary and terrible. Ooh, this beer tastes better every sip. Okay, let's see. Burning Man 2017. Look at some images. Oh, this is the first picture. Oh, he was kind of cute. Here, let's actually look at this. He looks like he was actually kind of cute. I'm so much more sad now. Yeah, he was handsome. Look how handsome he was. Oh my God. Um, let's see. Let's just look at images. Oh, this will be interesting. Why? Why? Why bother? Why bother? Smash or pass, dudes. It's amazing too because like the girls on the right would have been fashionable a couple years ago, I feel like. Oh God. Huh. Huh. There's a lot of this shit. Fucking fire dancing. God. Little fucking fake jellyfish things. I'm sorry, like, I don't understand a very huge percentage of sculpture art. Like, I love writing and I love me some good visual art, like if you're gonna paint something or draw something. And also, I really do like clothing, practical clothing type stuff that is like if you want to create a cool t-shirt that you put a cool image on, or a jacket that you embroider cool stuff on and you make it look nice and everything, like I am all about that. Like I think that that's fucking cool, because if you're gonna have clothes, you might as well have nice clothes. Why fucking not, um though I will say, when it gets to the point that it's some shit like this on the left, it's like, okay, that's just stupid because it's not wearable. I have friends that went to fashion school and they would get in trouble if they made stuff that was like too costumey and it wasn't wearable. Like, why would anybody wear that? There's no purpose for that. You look like she literally looks like somebody fucking like there was a layer of um that kind of did you were you guys ever kids and you had those tissue papers that were very, very flammable that you would use as a magician, and you set it on fire or you spark it and it flares up and it burns really, really quickly? Um, well, it looks like she had an entire dress made out of that crap, and then somebody lit it on fire, and that's what's left. So it's just fucking stupid, and yeah, it's like whatever. Um, oh, and so like yeah, you look at this kind of thing, and it's like, okay, so I can understand how some sculptures are cool. It's very, very rare when I look at a sculpture and I can like actually think about the purpose of it. A timeless sculpture that I would actually want to like put in my yard and stare at year after year. That's just me. And then you look at shit like this. Some fucking person, their creativity demands that they create this giant fucking jellyfish thing, which doesn't really look that cool to me. It looks like a fucking glitch from a video game. Like you're playing some Santa Monica Studios game for PS4, like Journey and Flower and Abzu, and something went wrong, and this is what comes on the screen. That's what this looks like to me. It doesn't really look that cool. Like, I don't know whose life you think you're changing by making this fucking thing. Like, who when I make music, I'm making stuff that I would like to listen to, and I'm making stuff that I would like to listen to because when I was a young kid, when I was, in my early teens, I didn't feel like anybody understood me besides the musicians that I liked. And I could listen to their music and I was like, this person gets me, man. But I can't understand that with this type of art. It's just inane to me. It's just completely, and I wouldn't want to shit on somebody's, it's not bad. I couldn't make that. I couldn't make something that looked like that. No way in hell. I would have to train for many years to make something that was like that. Sure, I'm not saying it's not hard to make. I'm just saying, why would you? Like, why? Are you? Was this made? Maybe this was actually. I've known people who are architects, but then when they sign up to become an architect and they actually start making stuff, they don't get to make anything cool. They have to do shitty corporate structures that they hate, and then so maybe they do stuff like this because they have the skills, but they don't have an outlet. I don't know. Let's look at Morse. Uh, Slightly cooler, I would say. Some sort of steampunk shit going on. That one is very popular, this Burning Man, because it represents two people who are disconnected, but the inner baby in between them wants to communicate with the other baby in between them, and it's a reflection of basically, in so many words, when two people are drug burnouts and they have problems communicating with people and then they take a bunch of drugs with each other and then they are basically like babies and then those two babies can bond while they're at the desert because they're on a bunch of drugs. That's what that represents. They spend 355 days every year. They're miserable and sulking. They have their heads down, wishing they could escape reality. And then for that other 10 days of the year, they go to Burning Man and they take ecstasy, MDMA, LSD, fucking Oxycontin, I don't fucking know, everything. And all of a sudden, it's like being a baby again! And they can connect with the other people who are like that. It's so cool. So deep. That's just how I feel. Me too! Do you want to have sex? Do you have any Viagra? Okay. There's an aerial view of all of it. That's an old one. This has to be no, that can't be 2007 because okay, looking at that and it's like you can almost see the individual cars. It looks like, and that seems rather like it should be bigger at this point. Let's see here. Huh. That's at least, kind of well designed. Like if that were in a video game, I wouldn't think that that were a glitch. I would think that that's what they actually intended for it to do. Oh God. This would be a girl that would be friends with my friend. Like she would be a friend of a friend and she would have some name like what would her name be? What's a obscure bird's name? Um she would be named after some bird. Some tropical bird or something that you would kind of um maybe occasionally know that, not like toucan or anything, but something. Let's look up bird names because I swear to God, this will be funny if we place it. Tropical bird species list. Um, uh, cutthroat finches. That's cute. Oh my God. Amazon parrot. Oh no, I have a good name for her. Her name would be Barbatos. She'd be like, "Oh hi, my name's Barbatos. Barbados." Yeah, I'd be like Barbados, like um the place. Yeah, yeah, like Barbados, like the tropical place that you go to. Like, okay, cool. Nice to meet you. So sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I actually have to get going. I heard that you had some pills. Yeah, what kind of pills? What kind of pills? Um, well, wait, what do you got? Hold on, let me show you my little case. I have this little fisherman's case of all sorts of different stuff. You can I can give you a deal. I have different stuff. But hey, don't tell anybody that I was selling it because we're at Burning Man. It's supposed to be a gift-giving economy, right? Am I right? Thanks, Barbados. So cool to meet you. I will totally not forget who you are because you don't look like any other of the weird drug dealer ladies here. Cool. Oh, that's what it looks like. And then there's this thing. Oh, does it actually dance? See, that would be kind of cool to see some like giant fucking puppeteer, a marionette ballerina thing dancing. I would go look at that for a second if it actually dances. That would be kind of cool. And there was some cool stuff. I will admit, there was one of the things that they had. Um, wait, let's look. Maybe there'll be a picture of it. Burning Man 2003, neon whale breach. No, no, it's not going to be here. Okay, so one of the things they had was this. You go out at the desert at night, and there was this animation of a giant whale breaching that was neon, that was in the middle of the desert part. So you couldn't see anything for miles, or not miles, but like maybe a mile straight. It was this clear, just area that didn't really have anything. And then once every maybe 2 minutes or so, a gigantic whale would breach, and it was like 20 feet tall, and it would jump out of the fucking desert and breach, and it was made of neon, and they did it in a way that it was like, so it was like animated, but it would only come like once every 2 minutes or so. So it was really surreal because it's not like it was happening commonly. You'd have to wait for it, or you'd see it out of the corner of your eye, and you'd be like, "Whoa, did you see that?" So that was cool. That was fucking cool. Like that was a good idea. You know, not all of it is good ideas. Like this. This is real. Is that actually real? See, it doesn't even look real. It looks like some fucking video game. And yeah, that's cool, kind of. I mean, I appreciate that that was hard to make and stuff, but like, who fucking cares? Why do you need to make it's like a pissing contest of who can make the biggest piece of art? Like, I don't really, for me, art is about quality over size, you know? Like, if somebody wanted to make me a little 12-inch watercolor painting that just happened to be like really nice and cool, it would mean every bit as much to me as seeing this gigantic thing in the desert. Because that's just how I view art as an individual. Like I just and I wouldn't have to like burn it at the end of the week, which is what they do. They burn half of the shit that they make at Burning Man. They literally set it on fire and burn a very big percentage of it. It's weird. I don't know how that works in communist utopia, really. And here's this girl. Let's look at her. Sorry. She's weird. She looks like an actual girl that used to be my friend. That was one of the reasons I clicked on it. Oh, look at these two people. They're soulmates. And they're definitely not on a Segway that they have converted into a seahorse with butterfly wings. No, no, they're not on a Segway that's a seahorse with butterfly wings. No, they made that from scratch. um, let's see. What is are people still here? Oh, hey. Okay, let's see. Just let me make sure. Make sure there's no super chats because I wouldn't want to miss a super chat. Okay, doesn't seem like there are any super chats that I've missed. So Mr. Japanese name. I can't read Japanese anymore because it's been about 15 years or 18 years since I could read Japanese. But it says, I don't understand people. Surely if you want to enjoy yourself on booze and drugs, you can do that without going to some nonsense bonfire night. It is pretty cool though to go out to crazy festivals. But the oversaturation of the art and stuff. Oh, this is a weird thing. I went on Christmas with my mom and her neighbor, and we went to the zoo in my city, and I live in Seattle. And Seattle is one of the, I think it's the second, maybe the third largest population of people that go to Burning Man. And people make all sorts of like sculptures and shit that they go to Burning Man, and then they don't burn all of it. They burn a lot of it though. And so a lot of people take it back to the cities that they come from, and there's an entire sort of like not market, but there's sculpture gardens in multiple different places that probably largely consist of sculptures that were made for Burning Man. And one of the things that happened is that they seemingly had a whole bunch of neon animal sculptures that the zoo took for the winter time, and they created a winter zoo thing where there was these weird animal sculptures, and you could walk around the zoo during the winter and look at they weren't sculptures, they were like neon animations that were like up in the trees and shit. It was actually pretty cool. It was cooler than we thought it was going to be by kind of a lot. It's like one of those things where you hear about it and you're like, oh, that sounds kind of dumb, but we're going to go to it anyway because why not? And then we went and we were like, oh, that's kind of cool, actually, to be honest. And my theory was that a number of the neon sculptures came from Burning Man, and I was saying so when we were there. I was like, oh, that had to have come from Burning Man, and people were by me and they were giggling. They were like, yeah, he's probably right. Probably came from Burning Man. That fort thing is kind of cool, by the way, just looking at this picture, because of the fact that you can climb on it. And that's cool. See, that has a purpose. Practicality. You do something with that thing. That's cool. Burning Man 2007, Radical Ritual. That doesn't look very radical to me. That looks like it would be a napkin if you went and saw Madame Butterfly, or you went to a restaurant. It looks like it would be some sort of advertisement for Madame Butterfly or something at your local opera house. There's the Burning Man man. Okay, this is getting boring. Let's look at Burning Man fashion. Fashion. Ooh, look at her. Oh, here we go. What was I talking about? Wasn't I talking about like the sort of the Tumblr feministness of it? Um, though surprisingly, there's no brightly colored fur, though the one on the left has the actual hair. I feel like most of these people are nice except for the one in the middle. Like you can tell she's a total bitch. But like the other ones are probably nice enough. But the one in the middle orders them around because she's a total cunt. Okay, that's not even Burning Man. This is like actual fashion. It's like an actual model. She actually has an eating disorder. Look at how wide her legs, you know, look at how impossible it would be for her to get her thighs to touch together. That's exactly what straight guys are talking about when they say that they find fashion models sexually unattractive. It's like, okay, I can see how she's pretty, but gross. Like apparently there's tits under there somewhere. Not that you'd ever really know. Oh, look at this dude. Um, that's okay. What's interesting about that is it's yet again, it's supposed to be like this like high fashion. Dudes like that, my ex-boyfriend, actually, my college boyfriend, who ended up being straight and is now married with a baby, he used to dress like that in the early 2000s. And so it's like them copying what people used to dress like, but it wasn't this like orchestrated fashion thing where they clearly designed those clothes. No, it was just that guys like my ex-boyfriend used to have clothes and they wore them around everywhere for a very long time and they got worn and tattered and then they started to look like that after a while. But this is very calculated. This a very fancy designer made it look like that. Oh god. Whatever. She's at least Amazonian. Like I feel like, she if you're into fucking women, you could like have sex with her and she wouldn't break like the weird anorexic girl that we were looking at. This bitch can fucking ride a surfboard pretty well. She can carry herself all right. She could fight Wonder Woman in a sequel, I think. Um, the most outrageous fashion at Burning Man. I'm sorry, I'm staring at her boobs because I'm confused. Like, what? And oh, she's doing the cultural appropriation. That's very common. But nah, I don't know if that's supposed to be a Native American headdress thing. Just because there's fucking feathers on it doesn't mean it's supposed to be a Native American headdress. Doesn't really look like it. Oh, um, I almost appreciate her. I feel like maybe she would be kind of cool. That's kind of a cool outfit to me. It's not bad. It's fun. It's 90s. And maybe I just like it because there's a girl on a skateboard. Maybe that's it. What the fuck is this? It's like a Overwatch character outtake. Fucking Chun-Li's cousin that isn't very good at fighting. And again, I hate being like critical of her body, but if you are a girl that is so incredibly flat chested, I don't think that that type of bikini is your thing. I just, I'm doing that thing where I'm being the bitchy gay guy that's like being critical of women's bodies because why not? But I would say that if it was, a dude wearing a very awkwardly fitting fucking Speedo or something and he, like if the dude was wearing a Speedo that made a gigantic crease in his butt because he had kind of a flabby ass, I would say something about it if we were looking at it. And I feel like that's the kind of thing that we're looking at here with this girl's boobies. It's just like, girl, your outfit is drawing people's attention to your boobs. Like that's what you look at immediately when you look at you, but you don't have them. So do something about that. Wear a little veil over them. If she just put on a little like see-through scarfy thing over it, she could look really quite good, probably. It could look cool. Because she's quite pretty. She could have the Audrey Hepburn kind of look going on where it's like, okay, Audrey Hepburn was flat, but she was so incredibly pretty. But as it is now, it's just like you can't stop just looking at the weird triangle and it's like, girl, what's wrong with you? Oh, I hate this. I have to move on. Ew, I hate this too. Ew, ew, ew. What is this? Ew. See, this is where it's getting annoying, like bad Burning Man fashion. And then this. This I have a soft spot for though, because it reminds me of a Madonna music video from the 90s. The album um Bedtime Stories. It would be from Bedtime Stories. Not sure which video, but that would be the album. I don't know. It's not super fabulous, but I kind of have a soft spot for it. Um, hmm. Don't have much to say about that. It's kind of unremarkable. That's weird. That's actually okay, but okay. Let me see if I can get a. Hold up. What is this? Are they boyfriends? Come on. That guy on the right though has a sexy body. That's why I'm looking at this for so long. Um, ooh, that guy's hot. Fuck that guy. He's hot. Okay, that's actually a really nice garment. And I just say that as in terms of design. Like I realize that a lot of people will probably think it's completely hideous and like why would you ever wear such a thing? And yeah, I can completely understand what people are saying, but it's really well designed. That like making shit like that is not easy. You do not come across stuff like that commonly. So I don't know if it's new and it's designer, and if so, that costs a lot probably because you don't find that, or if it's vintage and that girl is a fucking pimp of finding vintage stuff, and we should applaud her just for finding it wherever the fuck she found it. And if she made it herself, she could she could be worth millions because that making see that's what I was talking about when I was talking about like practical art and everything, if you can make something that you would wear that's also cool and interesting and artistic, why not? Like, why would you just wear some normal thing when you could wear something like that has something? And, you know, whether or not it's your taste, that's one thing. But, like, if you are going to make complicated beadwork and, or complicated, I don't even know what it is exactly. I can't really see exactly what it's made of. There's a lot of beads on it. But whatever the fuck that is, it would be really, really, that's hard to make. That's the kind of thing that my fashion designer friends would look at and they'd be like, whoa, who made that? That's cool. So, yeah. That's what they get mad at. This, that's not cool at all. Are these the don'ts? Hold on. When was this made? Ooh, I really want to fuck that guy. Okay, that's done. Okay. What the fuck is this? Really? Okay, and those are some fucking fake ass boobs. She just I'm sorry, I am gay and everything, but like I know a definitely fake boob when I see one. That's a fake ass boob. And she was like, okay, I just paid $10,000 for these things and I need to show them off. Well, got to get the silver duct tape and cut out a little star around them. Um, she's a okay for an anorexic girl. She at least still maintains having nice hips, right? She still kind of has nice hips. She could take a few pounds up to the upper quadrant, but she still has nice hips. We can give her that. Fuck that girl. Wait, I feel like I might. No, it does really look like a those the one on the left. I feel like I know. He looks like fuck off. Oh, that looks like the same guy. Okay. Whatever. Boring. Eh. Wait, what? Uh, it's amazing. There are a lot of cultural appropriation things going on. It's not like there aren't. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. See, that's too much. You can't do that much different variances. Like, okay, this is my advice to people getting dressed up for anything. I totally understand the urge to wear certain things that are very busy look wise. But if you do, make sure it's confined to one or two articles. So if you look at this, her boots are busy. There's a lot going on her boots. Her fucking her little mini skirt is busy, and there's like a belt on it, and then there's these like garter things, and then she has like a little fur that's like attached to it, and then her top, and then there's like a some sort of a vesty corsety thing, and her hair. is busy and there's a headdressy thing on it with a scarf, it ends up looking like if it were a color palette and you were painting, you poured a bunch of different colors into the white. You dotted some red, you dotted some blue, you dotted some gray, you dotted some brown, and then you like kind of swirled it around a little bit, and it's just this mushy mess. And that's what it looks like. It's not cute overall. I can see how if you aren't good at outfits, like if you're not good at dressing yourself, to make an overall composition, I can see how you would think it would be a good idea. But if you're gonna do anything that has any component that's that busy, you need to keep the rest simplistic, or it's gonna be too much. It will just look like mush. That's one of the things anybody who's well aware of fashion composition, they'll tell you to make sure that you don't overdo it. And she overdid it. She looks like a nice girl though. Like she's smiling in the way that she looks like she's having fun. And so I hate to like take her outfit apart like that, you know? Because she probably has never been in like looks like she's in a little fashion show or something. She's probably never been in a little fashion show before. So yeah, I don't want to be like a dick or anything because uh, she gave it a good effort. But I'd help her out for next time. Just saying. Dumb. Ooh, weird. Okay, so this girl actually like a heroin addict yet again with the thing with the legs not touching each other. It's like, I know that women don't want their thighs to touch each other, but like this girl, it's weird. It's weird to me. She needs to she needs to order a fries with her next burger. Get some cheese and some bacon and some fucking fries on that fucking next supersize her something. Get a milkshake instead of a Coke, girl. And then this is yet another Overwatch character that I think that we um she just disturbs me because she's like a fucking 12-year-old that's actually an anorexic 23-year-old, and it's weird for me to look at. I don't Ew, God, look at her legs. I just noticed the space between her legs. What is she thinking? I realize people really do have um body dimorphism, dysphoria, whatever it's called. Like she probably really does have an eating disorder because that's not normal. So that's messed up. Look at this bitch. That's not even. How is that even Burning Man? It doesn't even really look like Burning Man. It looks like a fucking Banana Republic advertisement from the 1990s. And yet again, with the like weird flat chested, why would you wear that if you're flat chested thing going on? Ugh, creep. Eh. Okay, see, I kind of like that. I think I personally sort of think that's a cool outfit. She is weirdly skinny. But I think that's cool. It's not too much. I was talking before about how, you can overcomplicate things and it just looks like a bunch of mush. This is a good example of things that are simultaneously intricate. There's a lot going on, but it's well composed. Okay, so I'm going to use my cursor thing. You go to the bottom and there's the blue. The blue subtly ends up blending into the gold, and then the gold matches out throughout the whole top. And there's a lot going on, but it's all very subtle and it coordinates well with each other and it becomes balanced. So this is a really nice outfit. Like this is the kind of outfit where if this girl walks into the room, you would turn and look at her because of how well put together she is. That necklace is very bold. Like, you know, if you were to just look at the necklace by itself, like if you were just at a store or necklace, I don't know what you call that thing, you know, the thing around her neck. If you were at a store looking at it, you wouldn't want to spend a whole bunch of time looking at it because it's not it's like this clunky big thing. However, it looks good on. It completes an outfit. It you know, um it doesn't it, yeah, it looks good on, it looks good from a distance, and it complements the rest of her outfit really, really well. And that's a nice outfit, according to me. Okay. Oh, he looks like he could be cute. I don't really care for his outfit. Though he does. Oh, no. Sorry. I'm starting to come around with his outfit because he looks like Attack on Titan. You guys watch that show, Attack on Titan? Can't you see him on Attack on Titan? He'd be some. Yeah. I'm starting to like it a little bit better. I like that guy. Though I hate the fucking Middle Eastern scarf thing. I hate those scarves. Oh, wait. It's sort of a houndstooth. It's not Middle Eastern. Never mind. This is classic Burning Man. These are actual Burning Man people. Sort of a steampunky thing. It's fine. Whatever. Yeah, that's also pretty classic Burning Man. She also looks cute. Like, she looks like a real girl. She's not some crazy anorexic model. She has some meat in those thighs. Yeah. Okay, that's not Burning Man. That's weird porn figure skater. Um, huh. That's not very remarkable. I don't know. I don't know. Wait, hold up. That's weird. I don't know. Hold on, let me finish my beer. I'm almost done with my beer. Let me see you guys in the chat. Um, oh, I got a super chat. Thank you. They say sigh. Fine. Here's a super chat. Thanks, love. Um, attack on my ass. So, okay, let's look at a few more of these. I want to find another good outfit. By the way, we're gonna go back to this one. That's the best outfit. That's the best Burning Man outfit so far, by far. By far the nicest Burning Man outfit. I mean, granted, she's a creepy anorexic model if you actually like imagine this girl. But, you know, imagine that her thighs are about 30% wider and that she, you know, that her chest isn't caving in on itself. Um, she'd be fucking hot, right? She'd be a fucking Barbarella extra. She'd be amazing. Attack on Titan. I do like Attack on Titan, but just because of the association. That's actually not bad. That's pretty good. Yeah, she's rocking the it's kind of a like nouveau classic sort of a 1950s, early 1960s, but a new spin on it. A little bit more risque. Like it's sort of done in the style, like the trim and the patterns are done in maybe sort of like 1950s type way, but it's more scantily clad, suiting to the times. I think that that's cool. I like that one. That's a that would be probably a tie with that other one. That's dumb. Um, no, that's too much. See, that's what I was saying about things being too much. He has the hat going on. Okay, so like I like this necklace actually. This colorful like bead thing going on here. I like it actually. And if he just had this shirt on and he just had that necklace on, he could maybe pull it off with that bandana. Um, maybe some sort of a black cap and not this, you know, garish. There's not a whole lot that you can pull off that hat with. Like I don't know if you can recover if you wear that hat in my book. And I'm not completely against animal prints. I don't think a top hat of it is ever really acceptable. Let's look at this guy. Huh. It's not even fashion, it's just his tattoos, really. Okay, well, let's keep going. Okay, that's some really nice, that's a really nice top. That's a beautiful top. That, whatever the fuck that is, that's a, that's a pricey, like you can expect whatever the fuck she's wearing to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. That shit does not come cheap. Um, because I mean, you look at that and it's like made of metal, and it's like these intricate little pieces of metal that all connect to each other, and it's not like they're making massive numbers of these. Whoever fucking made that thing had to basically create an architectural map. They had to first create the clasps here and then come up with the way that it fits together to this part, to this quadrant, and then this whole area that comes down and it all connects to the breastplates. That's really difficult design work. Really difficult design work. And it's a good photo too. I like this one a lot. This is nice stuff. um, no. See, this is cheap. It's cheap. See, this is bullshit because she's trying. This is some fucking um, hack designer that's like trying to be cool, but like what she did is she just bought a fucking gas mask and glued shit on it with a glue gun and some shoulder pads and a bra and then chained some stuff. She was going for this. This is what she was like, oh my God, I saw this really cool thing. And okay, I don't think I can like actually make that. So I'm going to just buy stuff that's kind of like that and like glue some shit on it. And maybe no one will notice the difference. Sorry, girl. We noticed the difference. It's not so good. Wait, oh, I want to see this guy. This guy looks like he's hot. Yeah, that guy's a hot body. Fuck that guy. Oh, but he's like a model because he's next to some model girl. Because that girl, like, okay, that's the fucked up thing about male models and female models. Male models are always way hotter than the female models. Like, female models generally look like creepy dolls that you like a kid would play with that would have wire. It would be like a rubber thing that has wire in it that you can pose in various different ways. And then male models are like hot, like you'd fuck them, like you could rub your fucking underwear on their abs, and you'd. It's because gay guys fucking organize all of this, and they're like, I just want to see the clothes on the girl, and then the guys, they're like, just take off your shirt. You're hired. That's weird. The fuck is this shit? Some like ostrich feathers or something? It's very weird. I don't like this. She creeps me out. There's been so many girls that look like that too. I can't be the only one that's noticed a lot of these girls that look like that. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. And the reason I hate this so much is because I feel like that guy would be really quite hot if he wasn't dressed the fuck up. Like, and it's like he's a model and he's really good looking, and it's like, why did you why did you put that on? Like, what would ever possess you to wear such a thing? And he's still trying to look sexy. It's just sad. It would be like seeing your dream car um in an accident on the freeway that wasn't just an accident, but it would be like in an accident in which one of those chicken trucks, those trucks that are carrying a bunch of chickens in cages, spilled all over your dream car, and there's chicken feathers all over it, and it's like all broken and like kind of on fire or something. That would be what this is like looking at. Not that he's saying I'm saying he's my dream guy, but I would certainly go on a date with him. Hmm. That actually seems like it's a doll. Like that seems like it's a mannequin. And that thing is that garment is kind of nice actually. But whatever. Um, not really. No. Tacky. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, these fucking mohawk feather things. I fucking hate them. Jesus Christ. Why did they have so many of these? Like what were they thinking? Huh. Okay, so that's a nice composition. She did a good job of making things complicated, but not um she doesn't put any one type of color. There's a nice amount of color and contrast and variety in the different areas that everything is. Um, so I like that. I like this one pretty well. It's not my favorite. It's still a little bit too much. Just a little bit. The way that there's silver and gold in this part, and then over here is there's kind of this like mother of pearl and red. The way it all combines together is a little bit ramshackle, but I would bet money. I would bet about $100 that she organized this outfit from thrifting. Like she actually went around and shopped and found stuff, and this is the outfit that she found, and she put it together herself. She didn't design all of these various components and put them together because this looks legitimate vintage to me. Um, so I like this girl. I think she's cool. Yeah, yeah. Oh God. Ugh. That girl would be like some sort of like Burning Man fashion designer girl that would think she was really fucking amazing and expect you to like kiss her boots. No, I don't think you're cool. I don't like you. Oh God. That's like the Spice Girls video. They're like, I'm giving you everything, all the joy can bring. This I swear. And all that I want from you is the promise you will be there. That's what it looks like to me. That looks kind of like a hunkier version of a friend of mine. that does go to Burning Man and would wear something like that, but it's not him. This guy is kind of hotter than my friend. I don't like the outfit though. I think it's weird and stupid. Weird other anorexic girl. Huh. Trying to decide if I'd have to see the whole outfit for that. Okay, I hate to say it because I normally wouldn't say this, but if she wore that and all she had was like a really, really tight little like teeny mini skirt and some heels or something, I would like that. It would be like this thing where she would have a whole bunch going on top and then just legs and like a little teeny like short shorts and maybe some little boots on the bottom, and that would be cool. That would be fabulous. But I'm guessing that's not what it is from the waist down. So whatever. He's kind of cute. I would go on a date with him. Dumb outfit though. I mean, once again, we're dealing with stuff that's too much. You already got so much going on with this stuff over here with these little flower fucking buttons or whatever. You don't have to do all that with the fucking necklaces, and you certainly don't have to do that with the sunglasses on the top like that, dude. Ugh, I hate shit like that. That's just weird. Huh. I don't know what to say. Okay, okay, okay. If you guys are still here, you're cool for that, but I'm gonna go. Oh, I got some more money. Hold up. Hold up. Um, let me just make sure I didn't. Let's see. Somebody says, I, 25, went back to school UK, and sis, 17, doing same year at different school. Teachers put doctors assign at birth mandatory module. Thoughts? Um, I'm not sure what to say about that, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say about that. Hi, Robert. Kamia. I'm all right. I'm going to probably go pretty soon though, because wait, click on who? Who am I supposed to click on? Como. Uh, Robert Como. Hall. Hi, hey, Ale Titan. Hi, Ale Titan. I said hi. Which girl? There's more than one girl. Oh, you mean the one with the should I look on the one with the oh, the majorette. Yeah, I should look at the majorette. I should look at her. Okay, hold on. All right. Let's find the images. Find the majorette girl. I don't think it's going to be in here. By Miss Amy Chan. No, 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 no. No, no, no. These are mostly not good Burning Man outfits, for the record. This is Burning Man day wear. Yep, fuck you, Amy Chan. You're worthless. I hate you. Okay. Um. All right. Anybody have any last things to say? Any last super chats? What time is it where I am? It's 2:09. You were doing history, mandatory English, psychology, and sociology, all feminism. Yeah. Smiling Jack, Prince, I feel bad about one time I was in your chat and acted like a drunken asshole. I doubt you remember, but I do, and I feel like I owe you an apology. So sorry for being a dick. Well, I don't remember, but thanks for the apology. It's always good to apologize to people. Oh, thanks for the compliments about my channel. Um, us YouTube royalty got to stick together. Yes, we do. Let's see, I got a notification on Twitter. Okay. I think I'm about to shut this down, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I had fun. Okay. See you later. Bye.